and welcome to this strength-based sequence. Now this is designed to be a little bit shorter and sharper and a little bit warmer. And I'm going to do it in two parts. We're going to do the introductory version and then we're going to have the option to take it up a notch. So if this is the right level for you, you can repeat it twice. If, however, on the second time you'd like to take it a bit further, you're going to be able to jump over to the more advanced version to repeat the same types of exercises just with a little bit more push. Now what we need to work on today in order to build strength, for balance, for posture, for many things in our life, we need to be able to stack our trunk over our pelvis effectively. So what this is going to involve is learning what's called a hollow body position here. So this would be normal position with the normal curves of my spine, or neutral. So we have a forward curve of the lumbar spine, backward curve of the thorax. In some of the really stronger type postures, we need to be able to tuck our tail under, engage our glutes, and make our trunk really activated and strong. We don't want to walk around like this, but this can be a really strong position for when we need it. So this sequence is to learn to embody that feeling. The other thing we're going to try and do is learn to use our hands more. So a lot of people, and this is something I suffered with, was wrist injuries for a long time. And that's if we're loading in all fours or plank position and our hands are relaxed. It's going to put more strain on our wrists. So I'm going to talk about really gripping and using the hands. So tonight's practice is focused on core strength but also upper body strength. So let's get stuck into it. We're going to start in standing at the front of the mat. I know this could be a tight squeeze, but let's see how we go in terms of the frame. So I'll come to the middle. Okay. Have your weight 2/3 through your heel. And there's going to be times when I'm talking tonight about lengthening through your inner thigh. And one of the anchors to do that is to really feel the center of your heel bone. Now some of us automatically roll to the outside of our feet. Some of us kind of live on the insides of our feet. See if you can really bring your awareness to your heel bone. Have 2/3 of the weight in your heels. The other third is around the big toe, but let the toes relax. Really try and feel what that's like to have that weight even. And then bring your awareness onto your breath. So we're checking with our body. We're bringing ourselves to the here and the now. And we're going to come back to that feeling through our feet. Let's now add to the breath. So we're going to inhale. Practice zipping up that core from tailbone to pubic bone and up to your belly. We'll call that your bandha. And then add the arm lift on. Exhale and bring the arms back down. So again, core switches on. Inhale, arms. Exhale, arms down. And you can do a little mini relax there. Again, inhale, core switches on, reaching the arms up. This time stay, interlace the hands, release the index fingers, and then we'll exhale down to the side. Then inhale up, try and get taller through the side that you're going to stretch, and exhale to the side. Inhale up. Now keep those heels pressing down as you grow taller, and then exhale to the side. Inhale, press from the heels to bring you up. Exhale to the side. So heels press down, bandha switch on, you come up. One more other side, exhale. Press through the heels, bandhas on to lift you up. Exhale the second side. And coming back up. And then we'll let the arms rest down. Let's try it again. Core switches on, inhale, arms up. Interlace your hands, but now do it the other way. Get taller, and then we'll exhale over the side. So I'm going to stay here. Now it won't necessarily be your furthest depth. Press down through the heels. Could be soft knees. Engage your core and then stretch your arms long. We'll do one more breath here. Aim for length rather than depth. Engage core, press yourself up. Exhale to the second side. Stay here, long neck. Press the heels down. Engage the core. One more breath here. And then push yourself back up. Arms back down. Give your shoulders a rest. Now that was done in a neutral spine position. Let's see how that would feel if we had a hollow body. So you can do this in the air, in the middle of the room. If you've got a wall nearby, use it, or practice along, or watch this little sequence and then go to a wall and try it out. You're going to come close to the wall. You can bend your knees. Your feet can be about a foot away from the wall. Lean your bottom into the wall. I'll put my hands on my waist so you can see. Inhaling, arching forward, so my shoulders are in contact. My bottom, the back of my pelvis is in contact. And then I'm going to exhale, tucking my tail under. I'm trying to flatten my spine. So inhale, that's actually spine extension. Exhale, spinal flexion to get to here. We'll do one more inhale. And then exhale, flatten the spine. Let's keep it there. Press down through the heels. Engage the core, then reach the arms up. Now it can be a little bit harder there. Getting those arms up there. Exhale, back down. Let's try that again. Engage core, reach the arms up, try and get taller. Exhale, back down. Last one. Inhale, reaching up, interlacing the hands, get taller, release the fingers, and now come over to the side. Trying to do this in your hollow body. Now you're not going to maybe go as far, but feel where your head is in relation to the wall. Maybe your head pokes forward like mine did. Now you've got the wall to kind of feel, or your ponytail against the wall. Really lengthen through that top hand, top side. You can use your bottom hand to lift you up and over. Don't lose that hollow body. Inhale up. Swap your fingers the other way. Get taller. And then exhale to the side. Press through the heels. Engage the bandhas. Don't worry about going as far. Doesn't matter a depth. It's an experience of this hollow body. And then we'll come back up. Arms can come down. And bring yourself to standing. Now give yourself 3 breaths. Reconnecting your center heel bone to the floor. You can let your bandhas relax. You can let your shoulders relax. And we'll do one more breath. Exhale. Okay, I have to check my notes because this is a new practice for me as well. Great, now I'm going to make it to the floor. So turning to face the floor. Inhale. Exhale, touch mind, touch heart. Come down onto your knees, so elbows to knees. This is Uttanasana, awkward pose. You're going to engage your core, see if you can maybe round slightly. And then we'll add the arms in. Inhale, arms up and down. Try not to use your back for this. We're trying to make it a shoulder motion. And down. If you're tempted to use your back, don't go as far. This is going to be hard work usually. Inhale up. Exhale, come back down. Hands to your shin bones. Extend the legs. So you're getting to an upside down L. Now it's more important for this to be flat than it is for your legs to be straight. So you can bend them. So if you're like this, to have your legs straight, bend the knees a lot, let your sitting bones go wide, and aim for that flat spine. It can be helpful to have a mirror nearby. Alright, from there, we're going to extend the chest, and go to spine extension, then spine flexion. Again, inhale, tail lift. Imagine you're a peacock, lifting your tail feathers, and then exhale, rounding. Head can come in. See your belly button. Good. Inhale, peacock. Exhale, belly button. Now from here, bring your hands down. Walk them forward and come into an all fours position. So now I want you to see that your fingers are gripping and there'll be space under your fingers. So shoulders, elbows and wrists stacked up. Grip with the fingertips. Good work. Now we're going to do shoulder blade slide. So down and then up. Your fingertips should be white. That's it. One more. And now cow and cat. Inhale to cow. Just keep those fingers. Exhale. Hips, waist, shoulders, head. Again. Inhale. Exhale. Those fingertips. One more. And you should feel lots of work in those forearms. Now come to halfway. Neutral spine and 3 little pulses with the elbow. Now if you've got flexible elbows, don't lock them out. Make sure you bend them and then find straight. Bend them and find straight. 2 more. Bend them, not your spine, just your elbows. And then 1 more. Now if you can, tuck your toes. Walk yourself back. If this is too much to have your toes tucked under, release them, or you can kneel up. So you can kneel up, down. Otherwise, sitting down, interlace the hands, inhale, reach the arms up, exhale down. Again, inhale, arms up. Try not to flare too much through the ribs, get longer, and then down. And last one, inhale, and then down. Walking the hands back, forward again. Let's remember that. Let's make that our new habit. Gripping the fingers so that the fingertips are white. The weight is through the bases of your fingers, so there's less pressure in your wrists. Again, scapular slides. Just keep breathing consistently. We won't match the breath with the movement yet. That's 2. Okay. Keep the shoulder blades there. Now cow and cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. 1 more. Exhale and keep the spine neutral. Fingers gripping. And then 3 pushes. Feeling it in your forearms. Get those arms really strong. And then tucking the toes, this time sitting back. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees a lot. Find that peacock again. And get long through the body. So we don't want the shoulders hyperextending. We want long. So press from the heel of your hand through your elbows, your shoulders, and then up toward your tail. Let your knees bend and your heels lift. And then if it's available, you could relax and spread out your feet. And you might find the heels get closer to the floor. But if they don't, it's fine. You'll get a really big, long stretch. Let the inner heel lengthen. Let the big toes grow long. And then we're going to walk the hands back. And we'll curl ourselves up to standing. Now your right foot, identify it. It's going to step forward. Now try and stay with the heel up at the back. If it's wobbly, turn to the side and press it down. The only thing is that's going to twist you a little bit off to the side. So you just take that into consideration, that's okay. But for balance as well, we're going to try and have the base of our big toe pressed down, the center of our back heel pushing back, and then pay attention to the front heel. We want that to press down. What tends to happen is that this knee will come in and this foot will kind of do something funky as well. What it often does is that we roll it and stickle it to the outside. Try and have the back foot, the inner border as parallel as possible, and the weight through the big toe. And then here, press the weight through the heel and really strengthen up that front leg. Okay, so now we get to just have a play around with it. Try from straight to coming down. And what I want you to watch is that kneecap should point at your second toe. Sometimes it's hard to see. So err on the side of caution, point it toward your middle toe. So it involves this rotation at your thighs, you come down, but a counter rotation, you can see my back heel's doing something different. I want to push through my heels, the center heel. Hopefully that makes sense. So in the end, you're seeing that front knee go forward, you're feeling your back heel push back, and you just don't want them to come to the midline. You can see that's much more collapsed than that is. And you get to choose, if you work in that way, you'll feel your hips working all the way through range. This is going to be harder work, this is going to be easier. So you can choose where you pause. You might pause here, you might pause lower, and you might go, nah, stuff it, I've got to have that back foot down for balance. All is fine. Pick your poison, no, pick your journey, pick your adventure, where you're going to stay. Use that hip to keep that knee tracking. Now we're going to inhale and reach the arms up. Exhale down. Let's just get the arms moving again. Inhale. Now if you've chosen a two deeper variations, you can stay with it for 1 breath. Exhale. And and then we'll come up to standing and just give it a moment break. Okay, let's try something else now. So, coming back down for your second set, knees forward, back heel is back, weight through the big toe. Can you now do your cat and cow here? Exhale to cat, inhale to cow. One more, cat and stay. Keep there as you reach your arms up. Try, this is your hollow body. Try not to come to cow. And last one, if you need to come up you can, otherwise now we're going to come forward. We're going to hug a tree, I'm going to open to cat for cow and close. Let's just close and then we'll open the chest up and then we'll close. One more, open chest and closed, and then we'll step forward, and I'm probably out of the frame so I'll walk myself back, and you should better feel the difference side to side. Okay, let's even it up. Left leg stepping forward. This time I'll show you from the side. Get your balance. If you're near a wall, that's helpful. Okay, so back big toe presses down. Feel the front heel into the floor. Okay, great. From here, coming up and down. That's it. Now we did it a little bit longer on the first side because I was explaining it. So we've got 3 more to go. Most important thing, see that knee tracking over that third toe. Feel where the weight is going through the back toe, that's through the base of the big toe if possible. Feel the inner thighs lengthen. And let's do one more. And this is where you get to choose where you stay. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Just getting the balance, getting used to that hold, and you'll probably be feeling that front leg warming up. You want to inhale the arms up again, exhale them down, come to standing for a mini break, second pause. So we're going to come back down again to whichever depth you can manage. And then hands to the waist, we'll inhale to cow, exhale to cat and fold. Inhale, let the tail go back, exhale, tuck it under. One more, inhale, exhale, stay in your hollow body, see how that feels. Bit harder work on the arms, really burning and using some fatigue up in the legs. That's okay, we're building strength through this practice. Exhale down, and then we open, and then close, hug the tree. Inhale, open your heart, and then hug the tree. One more. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, hug the tree. And then stepping forward and giving the legs a bit of a shake. Well done. Stepping the feet apart now. Feet facing forward, hands to the waist. Let's just try a couple little squats here. Weight through the heels, spread the toes, and you might get a nice stretch through your perineal muscles. And back up. So squat down and up. Last one. Okay, now pivot the heels in slightly. So the toes are off in a diagonal. Rotate from the hips and come into our goddess squats. So coming down, knees point forward and back up. So knees forward and back up. Last one, knees over the second or third toes, hands to the waist, inhale to cow, exhale to cat. Find that position, inhale and exhale. Last one and stay. Inhale, arms open, exhale, hug a tree. Inhale, arms open, exhale, hug a tree. Last one, arms open, hands to the waist, kick the heels out again, lift the tailbones like a peacock, and then slide the hands down to wherever it reaches, head toward the floor. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, walk the heels and toes together. into a bit of a ballet position and squat down. Wait here or practice holding preparation for crow. So I'll show you that from the front. So you're going to scoop the arms in, lift your bottom up, turn yourself into an upside down teardrop. From the side, it looks like this. Scooping the shin bones in, hands there. Let's stay 5. You can lean a bit of weight onto the upper arms. 4. Turn to a teardrop, belly up. You can look at your belly and try and push it higher toward the sky. 3, 2, 1. Walk the feet back, walk the hands forward, bend the knees, grip the fingers like we were practicing, downward facing dog. 3, 2, 1. Rolling down onto all fours. That's it. I was onto all fours. Then we'll cross the legs over. Come down to Dandasana. I'm going to move our sitting bones out the way. Sit up nice and tall if you can. Now, I invite you to pop your hands on your waist. You've guessed it. Cow and cat. And notice how your knees may want to bend as you go. And if you're feeling like I can't get any movement, bend your knees so that you can get that flow happening through your spine. And then wherever you stop, that informs you. If you cannot get your spine going, it's because your hamstrings are tight. If doing this really helps, then this is where you need to start and engage your core. Whatever point you can, extend the arms long and then reach forward with those long arms. Capture whatever you can get to. Shin bones, feet, toes. You can walk your sitting bones back a little way. And we'll stay. 3, 2, 1. Curling yourself up and then curling yourself back down. This time rolling the hips forward and back a couple times to loosen things up. Okay, and then, so this is a forward bend, like an extended spine. This is a flattened spine. We're going to do this sequence with the spine flat for today, just so you can really feel how much your abs have to work. So from here, bring one leg up, engage your bandhas, bring the second leg up, and don't let your spine leave the floor. Now my hands are going here to check that I'm drawing my belly down and I'm not pushing it or bracing it up. So spine is flat, belly's engaged, and then extend one leg and back. Now up higher is easier, lower is harder. So if it clunks or clicks or your spine loses contact with the floor, go to what you can control. And over time it'll get lower. Okay, so let's go 2 more, which means 2 more either side. Engage core, belly drawn in. 1 more either side. 1, 2. Good. And then lower the legs down. Finally release the spine. Now give your knees a little bit of a squeeze. You could try a little bit of a rock. If that's comfortable, if it's not comfortable, just stay here. Alright, hands behind your head now. Engage your core. We're going to flatten the spine again. Long neck, and then use your ribs to pull you up. Now, if your neck doesn't like this, go back and do a second set with the legs. But we're trying to work the upper abs. So long spine, chin in, move the rib cage down the front of your body toward your pelvis. My neck stays long the whole time. There's no strain. Hands are here for a bit of support. And back down. Let's try another 3. So engage core, spine flat. Exhale and inhale. 1. Usually exhale works because you're squeezing the air out. 1 more. And then release. Give the knees a little bit of squeeze if you're comfortable. You can try a couple rocks. Now, Your option is either to stay here. Taking the mat with me. Okay, you can stay here and give yourself a little bit of a squeeze there, or you can do a rock like you did, or we can try and put it all together and make it a bit harder. So what that's going to look like, I'll talk you through once because we haven't done this before, and then we'll go through it together. If you feel confident, you can do both. You get 2 sets. Okay, so flatten your spine to the floor. Bring your legs up to this tabletop position. Reach your arms overhead so they're behind you, but remember you're going to chin in, long spine, and then your arms are kind of creating that support. Now, spine, so you're doing your curl up from there. You're going to try and rock. You have to keep that spine position. Okay. That was hard work. I'm going to try and do it again. So the idea is if you lose this position, your hollow body, it's going to be really hard to rock. So you could actually rock with your hands behind your head. That would be an easier option. I might try that the second time. All right, so let's go again. So engage core, flatten your spine, bring one leg and then the other up to tabletop. Then engage your core and do that curl up to keep you here. Now, if that's hard enough, you just stay there and breathe. If you really want to challenge it, try those rocks. 2, just little rocks. And then release down. Now get yourself really long. Extend your spine. Again, try arching and flattening. Arching and flattening. Now if your shoulders don't like this, you can go to higher. So you can still get this spine movement. Otherwise, if you're feeling okay, get long through your body as you arch and flatten, and then finish with your spine, flatten, feet active, and then pull the fingers back. This is what a handstand is like, but we're just lying you down. So this is what it should feel like. We're preparing for the possibility of one day doing some handstands. 2 more breaths here. 1, 2. Then give the knees a squeeze into the chest. Rock up if possible, and rock over. I really have moved my mat, haven't I? Alright. Got very excited, my mat moved with me. Alright, now we're going to do a reverse kind of cobra to come down, sinking the hips down, reversing yourself down, release the feet, long legs, inhaling up, exhale down. Inhale, long spine, glutes can engage a little, and down. Now continue here, or stay, interlace the hands behind your back, open the chest. 1 and 2 and 3. Hands down, grip, lifting up, back into child's pose, knees together, sitting back. You could creep the fingertips forward, getting longer through your body. Once again, active hands as you sit back. And then bring your hands under your chest, peeling yourself up. And that, my friends, is our kind of power and strength focused, core focused entry beginner yoga practice for tonight. So what I would really suggest is the next thing to do is to go back to the start and to practice it again. You'll get some arm work, you'll get some core work. If you wanted to take it, and you'll get some leg work, if you wanted to take it to that next level, you can now jump to the more advanced version, and I'll see you there. Have fun.